Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make an AI accounting assistant that can handle documents, images, and voice messages. I'm Stefan, I'm the founder of Agentify AI. We specialize in custom AI solutions for businesses, and today I'll be showcasing you an AI accounting assistant that you can throw any document at, and it will automatically process every transaction in it and add it to your CRM. So let's get into the video. All right, so first I'm going to show you guys how this works, and then I'll actually show you how to set it up. So first we're going to be sending it a image to process. Then we see here it handles the images, here it handles the voice messages, and here it handles the documents. So let me send it a image first. Okay. I'm going to send it this image of a invoice. As we can see here, Isabella Mercado is due $510 to Juliana Silva. I'm going to send that. Execute the workflow. Now we're out to the image handling. AI reasons with it. There we go. The invoice date 20th November 2030 totals $510 and is payable to Juliana Silva. From Stefan Evans' perspective, this is an outgoing payment. As we can see, added it here. Payment to Juliana Silva. Now, and it says money out. What is it for? Social media ads, content plan, graphic design, SEO, and copywriting services. As you can see, that is correct. Here, told you $510 to Juliana Silva. Okay. Now, let's do the voice message handling. I'm going to send a voice message. I just spent $20 on a pizza at Costco. All right. As we can see, it handles the voice messages. Now it's transcribing, reasoning, adding it to the sheet, and there we go. Query $20 expense for pizza at Costco on the 15th of September of 2025. As you can see here, it has been added, pizza at Costco. I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna send it a bank statement document with a bunch of transactions on it, and it'll actually individually add these transactions one by one instead of adding them, like combining them all into one row. So let's do that. I'm going to be sending a bank statement here. Wait for that to upload, then I'm going to execute the workflow. Wait for that to upload and execute the workflow. All right, now it's analyzing the document with the Google Analyze Document node. And that's parsing. And there we go. The transactions have been added to the Google Sheet. As we can see here, everything is correct. So let's double check that. Let's see, fast payment to Amazon for, let's see, paid out $132. There we go, to Amazon. Yeah, see, as we can see, it outputted each transaction separately. So yeah, that's basically every function of this workflow. So I'm going to show you guys how to build this step by step, show you how to connect everything, and get it working for your own business. So let's get into that. All right, let's first start with the Telegram message trigger. So here it's waiting for a message to be sent to the Telegram bot, and you're going to want to connect your Telegram account. So I'll show you how to connect a bot to here right now. So you're going to go to Telegram and search up botfather, @botfather, and I'll put that in the link to this bot in the description. I want to type /start. And then here you'll see new bot. Do /new bot. All right, a new bot. How are we going to call it? Just call it accounting YouTube. All right, now let's choose a username for the bot. So when you're making a username, you have to do like the name and then underscore bot. So I'm gonna do accounting YouTube underscore bot. There we go. And then you get this access token to the bot right here. You're gonna copy that. You're gonna go into the Telegram trigger, go to this little pencil thing, do connection, and then just paste that access token here. And it should show green if it's connected properly. Yeah. Okay, so after that, it's going to be waiting for a message, and you're going to turn on download images and files. Now, once it gets a file or an image or a voice message, you're going to want to put a switch here. So this is filtering if it's a photo, as we can see here. It's a photo, a message, or a document. And I'll show you guys how to actually filter through that. So, as we can see here, this is red because an audio hasn't been sent, and this file ID is not existent. So this object is not existent. Okay. So as we can see here, not only the Telegram also passes us this binary file, which is the PDF, passes us this JSON. And here we can see the MIME type is application/PDF. And you'll just put that here. Well, for this, you won't actually want to do is equal to, because it will always be called document for any document. So this can process multiple documents. So you're just going to want to drag this document object here and go to this drop down menu, go to object, then click on exists. And for voice messages, you're going to want to do message.voice.mime type, which doesn't show up here because I haven't sent a voice message. You're going to just drag that, the MIME type, which looks like this, and then put is equal to audio/OGG, which is the default audio format on Telegram. So it's always going to pass through like this. And then here you just want to do json.message.photo exists. So that's the same as document, just this is a string instead of an object. And that will route it to photo, this will route it to voice, and this will route it to documents. So here you can name the output documents, voice message, and photo. So let's first go to the photo. So first, you're going to want to extract from file. So you're going to extract the file that's called data. It's always going to be called data. So you're going to put input binary field data, and then output it as data. Now, here, okay, give me a second. Here, you're going to do edit fields, and you're going to output that base64 string. So here's the base64 string .data variable. And then you want to put this information in front of it. There's just basically a syntax. So the AI we're about to pass it through knows, okay, this is a base64 string for a JPEG. That's for the API to know. So once that gets passed through, you're going to have to make a HTTP request to OpenRouter's Google Gemini 2.5 Flash image preview. So I'll show you guys how to actually connect that. So you're going to want to go to OpenRouter and buy some credits, of course. $10 goes a long way, so you can just put $10. And then you're going to want to search for here, image preview. Let me see here. There's also a free version you can use, but it kind of rate limits you. Then you go to API, you go to curl here, copy this, and then put your OpenRouter API key right here instead of this. Go to the make a HTTP request node. Here, I'll make one right now to show you guys the exact process. HTTP request. And you're going to click import curl, paste that, import it, and it will populate by itself, as we can see here. OpenRouter. Then here you will delete this and then put your API key, whatever it is. Now, what we're going to be passing through is that base64 string, which is basically a URL version of the image. So like basically like a link to the image, but it's just in file format. It's encrypted into that base64 string. And then this image processing knows how to handle that and decrypt it into the actual image, or transform it into the actual image. So here you'll see this will be put in automatically. You'll see here these two variables, type and text. So this you don't want to touch. And here text is actually the prompt. So extract the text from this image, or tell me what's on this image, whatever works for you. But for this workflow, it's like this. Then here, the URL is the base64 string that we get from the edit fields. So that will be passing it. And then once it analyzes the image, it'll output a prompt. It'll output a text saying what's on the image exactly. And then this AI will reason through that, as we can see the output. And I'll see the prompt. You're an accountant and your job is to figure out what a financial statement consists of and output this information. The date, what is it for, money in, money out, and to who. My name is Stephen Evans, so if the money isn't going to Stephen Evans, it's money out. So it's basically telling it who's the owner of this accounting agent, basically, who's the owner of this firm. So if it sees the money is going to Joan Smith, it'll know, okay, so Stephen Evans is sending this money to Joan Smith and not receiving it. But if it's going to Stephen Evans, then he's getting the money. So it'll be money in. And then you want it to output this. Now, to get that actual output, you're going to want to toggle this require specific output format. And then you'll get this output structured parser tool. And then you can just paste that JSON here. Everything will be in the link in the description to my Discord server. Every workflow and every prompt in this video will be in that Discord server. And there's other like-minded people that also want to connect over AI and network and do business deals there. So if you're looking for work, make sure to join. And if you're looking for someone to do your AI, you can join there, ask around, or you can ask me, because I have a agency that specializes in custom AI solutions for businesses called Agentify. The link will also be in the description. So let's get on with the video. Now that will output what is on this transaction into here, into the Google Sheet. Now in the Google Sheet, you're going to want to connect your Google Sheets account, go to the document that you're using. You can also use Airtable or Supabase, but for this video, it's the easiest to use Google Sheet. And you're going to want to put the sheet that you want to enter this info into, and then just drag the variables like date, what is it for, money in, money out, and who. When it outputs it, that will just add it here. And then you're going to want to do, and this is optional, you can have the bot reply like, okay, I added this, so you know it's successful. Now, this might look like it's coming out of the pen row, but you don't want to do that. You want it to come out of this, the basic LLM chain, because if this processes multiple documents, multiple transactions, it will output 18 outputs basically, and it'll spam your messages. It'll output like 18 messages at once. So you're going to want to do that. So the workflow would look like it adds the step to the sheet, and then it gives you the output, which is not 18 outputs. This will give you multiple outputs. So you just want it to output like that. And then you go in here, you drag the chat ID from the Telegram trigger node and the text you want to put. So here I've made it custom. As you can see, it outputs, not that. It outputs here, message back to the user. And I give it an example here. That also gets outputted into send a text message on Telegram. And then you want to go into here, add field, and I'll show you this actually. You want to click add field, append end-to-end attribution, and then turn that off. So it doesn't say this message was sent from end-to-end. Now the voice message handling works pretty similar, but it has two different steps. So here, when the message is sent, the voice message, this will just output the file ID, not the actual voice, the audio file. So you're going to want to put a Telegram node called get a file, basically resource file, and then operation get, and then just drag the file ID variable into here, and then turn on download. Then here we're using the Google Gemini. This is a new node, the Google Transcribe and Audio AI node. So Google added some AI nodes now. So here you're just going to want to input the data field name, the binary file. So you'll see here, the input type, you're going to want to put binary files and then call data because it always outputs as data, and turn off simplify output. And this will basically just output the transcript of that voice message. So I'll show you guys how to actually connect to Google AI. So you're going to have to go to Google AI Studio, create an account, and then you're going to want to go to your dashboard and then API keys, and click here, create an API key. I already have one, so I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to copy that API key, go into here, click this little pencil thing, and then just paste the API key here, and that's it. And now you're connected to the Google AI node. So that will output the transcript into the AI, as you can see. And then here, the AI has the same prompt as the last one. And it says if the date isn't provided, use this one, which is now. So if I say, I just bought a pizza at Costco, it'll know, okay, he didn't say what date, so I assume that's now, right? And even in transactions, it'll assume it's now. But you could change that if you wanted to just not output a date. Then here's the same thing for the Google Sheet. Just add it, add the variables, and then also the text message being after. I just put like this because it looks nicer. And then here, the document handling actually doesn't even use an AI node, because I put an AI node at the beginning when I was developing this, but after I realized that's too resource intensive and it could be done way quicker. So I'll show you guys. It goes here, and then I use the Google AI analyze document. So this is the exact prompt you want. This will be in the Discord server also. Analyze this make statement and extract all transactions. Format each transaction with the following exact structure. As you can see here, the transaction, and then these dashes, and then the date, payment type, detail, paid out, paid in, and balance. And it says what everything is supposed to be. Separate each transaction with these underscores, 5 underscores, include initial balance first. So this is basically telling it how to format the transactions, because we're going to be putting it into this JavaScript code node that parses the transactions separately. So as you can see here, it'll parse it at the end of every underscore and every dash. It'll basically put a line there. Okay, so in between these 2 dashes and these 2 underscores is the transaction. And I'm going to get from the transaction the transaction details. So as you can see here, here the first one was just the initial balance. And then here it outputs the transaction, payment type, fast payment, detail, Amazon, paid out, and then the balance. As you can see, the balance is updated every time. And in this document, the date and time wasn't listed, so that's why just this. And then here, you simply it'll just output the, let me show you. It'll just output the variables, as you can see here. Just put date, who is it for, payment type, paid in, paid out, and the detail. So then after that, as we can see here, I put it after the analyze document. So it'll first go through these 3 nodes, the analyze document one, the code one, and the append row one. Then when that's done, it'll message me on Telegram. Instead of, as you can see here, it outputs 18 items. So that will literally message me 18 times. I'll show you guys right now. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this connection, connect it here. Now watch this. It'll output 18 items. First, it's analyzing the document again. Okay, there we go. And watch this now. It's gonna message me 18 times. Watch. Now I'm gonna trigger this. As we can see, you do not want that to be happening. That is not fun to listen to. Okay. So yeah, that is basically it. You can find the download to this workflow in the description in my Discord server. I'll be also making a community on School soon to connect more AI enthusiasts and business owners so we can get ahead in this AI revolution together. And if you want any custom AI solutions built for your business, feel free to email me. That'll also be in the description, or book a consultation on my website, agentifiai.net. Or you can message me directly on Discord through the Discord server, and we can get into contact like that and see if we can speed up your business and create some more revenue in your business. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.